Okay.
Okay, we're live. Welcome. We are live. Thank you, and welcome to the Motherhood Unfiltered live conversation with Valerie and Abigail. They are both from Hearts and Minds, and I am the founder and CEO of Big Girl Interrupted, Hazel. So I'm going to take it away for Abigail to introduce herself first.
Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. And thank you again, Hazel, for having me. I know we're here the last time to talk about what was it about? Goal setting, right?
Mhm,
Goal
mhm,
setting. Yeah. So today, we're here to talk about the Motherhood Unfiltered. And for those who don't know me, Abigail Wanigwe, Executive Director of Hearts and Mind. Um, I'm a mother of two and a foster mother of four. Um, I have more like a jack of all trades. So I have another startup or like a consulting company called Cloud Deck. And then I'm a fashion designer. In fact, I do all sorts. So yes, and I'll leave it for Valerie.
Oh, that was quick.
Okay,
She has
Valerie, your
lots more
turn.
to say, I'm sure. Hi, guys. My name is Valerie, and I am a mom. I'm also an entrepreneur. I am a mom of two beautiful boys. And Hazel, thank you so much for bringing me on here. And Abigail, same thing too. I know this is going to be an exciting section for us, and I know we have a lot to learn from each other. So thank you so very much. Yeah,
You're
over to
welcome.
you, Hazel.
Awesome. So I'm Hazel, founder of Big Girl Interrupted, and we are a community that helps women get unstuck, get clear, and create their roadmap for their own success. So it's all about putting yourself first. Um, let's just dive right into today's question. Um, do we want to go deep right away, or do we want to go in like slow? How are you
I
ladies
would say,
feeling?
I think so.
bring it on. Anyway,
Next
though, bring it
person.
on.
Okay, so let's go straight into how has motherhood changed your sense of identity?
Are you gonna call
Wow.
No, just
one after the
it's a
other?
conversation. It's a
Anybody
conversation.
can just jump in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. How has motherhood changed my sense of identity, right?
Hmm.
I think motherhood is something that people don't really prepare you for. I
Hmm.
don't think there's a rule book to motherhood. And for me,
Mhm.
I say I wear different hats. I'm not, you know, um, and it has actually, especially coming from both foster mother and
Hmm.
biological mother, it has given me like an umbrella hat that I wear.
Hmm.
So you tend to not see yourself as just a woman who wakes up to make sure the kids have food or shelter, but you realize you play a lot of hats. You're the doctor, you're the therapist, you're everything to your children. So for me, you don't have a single identity as a mother. It
Hmm.
changes. It changes. Like it depends on the role you're taking.
Hmm.
So and because I play so many different roles, you're a cleaner, you do everything. You're a barber. I remember the time I learned to be a barber. I was cutting my son's hair. You know, I dabbled into braiding. I was trying to braid my daughter's hair. So you
Hmm.
understand, and you're treating, you apply, like you're a medical doctor to them. You're
Hmm.
a fashion designer. You're trying, you stitch, you do also, you're a chef, you do everything. So I don't really see it as you can have one identity as a mother. Like for
Hmm.
me, like yeah, it depends on the role you take. That is like, like, so it's like an umbrella of
Hmm.
so many different, yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah. It's like an umbrella with so many different stripes on it, and those
Yeah.
stripes represent all the identities that you
Identities. Yeah.
hold. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, you
That's how
know,
I see.
and it also, to go on top of what you're saying,
Mhm.
if you think back to like the identity of yourself before children, right?
Yes.
The identity before children were so different. Yes, it may have been an umbrella of different things, but now it's an umbrella of pouring into other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Valerie.
Valerie?
Definitely, it is. Like for me, what Abigail and Hazel has said is exactly what it is. It's ever changing. As a
Hmm.
mother, you are ever changing, you're ever evolving,
Hmm.
because what you would do for a 1 year old is it's different from what you would do for a 5 year old or for a
Yes.
10 year old. My kids are at the age of 6 and 8 right now. So what I was doing when they were one is definitely different. And obviously, the identity that I had prior to when I had my kids was me. It was just me, my own selfish needs, my own
Hmm.
needs, what I need to do at this particular time. But obviously, it changes once you have kids, ever evolving. It's such a beautiful journey, very tasking, very straining, very giving of yourself. But it's a journey that most people are desiring. It's a journey that most people are on right now, and it's a journey that most people that maybe grandkids or but it's a different journey every time. Even when you have kids that are already 15 years old, it's a different journey at that time for them. You're a different mom
Hmm.
when they were one. When it's something that I had to learn recently. I'm like, yeah, this is not, when I say, oh, like show me some of my pictures when I was a baby, mommy, and I'll show it to them, and they're like, oh, I was laughing like that, and I was like, yeah, and I liked it. But now they're laughing differently, or they're doing things differently, and you're like, you still like it, but it's just a bit more maturity now. And then obviously for you, you kind of can sit back now as a mom and look at some things that you could have done differently when they were much younger, and you're hoping to
Hmm.
try to do it differently now that that you're a bit more grounded. And like
Yes.
Abigail initially said, you cannot be prepared. There's no rule book, for being a mom. It just changes. They're feeling fine 2 seconds, and the next time they've jumped somewhere and they've broken their teeth. You have to be a doctor at that particular time. You have to know what to do, at that time. It's
Hmm.
beautiful. It's a beautiful journey, and every day you wake up praying that nothing bad happens. But if something comes up, you take it on, and you just know that that's what you need to do at that particular moment, and that's what you're going to be for them. You're going to be at that particular time their therapist. You're going to be at that particular time their counselor. You're going to be at
Hmm.
that particular time their doctor. You're going to be their mom. It's all encompassing, pretty much. Motherhood is all encompassing. It's everything. It's
Hmm.
literally you have to care for them. So you're thinking about how you're going to make more money. You're thinking about how you're going to better yourself, so that when they look at you, they can look up to you. But motherhood is just, it's vast. It's really big. It's really,
Yeah.
really big. It is. It is.
And
Awesome.
I wanted to just quickly jump in
Hmm.
there. And I think for when let me just say short and honest,
Hmm.
motherhood has changed how I see myself, right? I
Hmm.
used to, like before you become a mother, you have so many dreams. You think of so much you can do, things you would achieve, you have all of this in yourself. I used to define myself by what I could do and how much I could carry. You have the strength, now I'm just learning that my identity also includes rest. I need to rest. There are boundaries. You understand what I mean? So like it's
Hmm.
not the big things, right? It's the little things. Rest, boundaries, just being supported, not just don't be strong for everyone, You don't
Yeah.
have to be strong, not just being strong for everyone. And from a caregiver perspective, it's like it changed my identity also because I became the person who holds a lot, you know
Hmm. Hmm.
you hold a lot. I'm not just only a mom. I'm
Yeah.
also a
Mhm.
comforter, a planner, an advocate. And sometimes the emotional anchor in the home. It doesn't matter whether I'm breaking. It doesn't matter if I'm having a rough day. I have to be that anchor for them, for my kids, for my foster kids as well, right? And
Right.
it is meaningful. Actually, it is very meaningful, but it can also make you forget, you have your own needs. So you
Yes.
just have to be
Yeah.
careful, which is where I kind of try to just be careful. And I would say it changed my identity because, again, the definition of motherhood comes with extra layers. You're parenting and loving deeply, but then you're also navigating the systems, you're navigating
Mm-hmm.
transitions, you're navigating uncertainty. So over time it made me more grounded, and more
Mm-hmm.
protective of my peace, because I cannot pour from an empty cup. Like I always say, I cannot pour from an empty cup. So and I think it has also made me more compassionate and more intentional. Like you have to be very intentional. If not, you wake up a day and you scream from morning till night, achieving nothing. So hey, you have to be very intentional, right? I care less about perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as there is love, there is stability,
Yes.
and the children see that. I think that is it for me. I
Yeah.
care more about connection. I care more about showing up. So however you show up, did you show up at all? That consistency. I'm showing up. They see you show up for them every single day, right? And it also reminds me that I deserve that support, not just the people I
Mm-hmm.
care. So, and I think that is the change of identity, like to sum it up for me, since
Okay.
being a
Yes.
mom and also taking on the heart of a foster mom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've taken on a big role. Our friends in the chat, we would love for you to chime in the chat and share what identities you have discovered or you have had to taken up as if you're a parent or becoming a parent. But share in the chat. We would love to chat with you as well. Okay, which leads to our
Yes.
next question is what do you think? So why do you think so many parents struggle with uh, making time for themselves?
I would say for me, it is you a lot of we want the best for our kids. And sometimes we don't even think about ourselves in that equation. We don't put ourselves in the picture
Mm-hmm.
because all we're focused on are the kids. You
Mm-hmm.
want to ensure, I became an adult or a mother to realize what my parents were going through. you know, you see, I used to see my parents, my mom, like I talk with my siblings sometimes. You'll be like, how did they do it? These are mothers raising 6 to 9 kids at a time. How did they do it? Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm sleeping. It's 2 a.m. and I'm thinking, what will they take for lunch tomorrow? I haven't figured out lunch. I'm thinking about that as at 2 a.m. I'm not thinking about my sleep. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about what would they have for lunch. I'm also thinking about, there is something I need to do. There's an appointment you need to go for. You're planning. I think as mothers, as parents, or let me just say as parents, we forget that we matter. Like I said, you cannot pour from an empty cup, and it's not intentional. It is because you get so overwhelmed by
Mm-hmm.
everything going on around you that you tend to put yourself last. Like it's like I will rest. It's like you procrastinate with your own means. You keep telling
Mm-hmm.
yourself, "I'll get there. Don't worry. I'll just rest. I'll do this." But you never get there because you need to take that rest now. You need to,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to shut down. I think for me, it got to a point where I realized if I don't take this self care, if I don't do this, because I want the kids to be okay at all times. I want the kids to be perfect. I want everything. Like I said, I'm trying not to be perfect. I'm trying to take things the way it comes. Imperfections, I'm flawed. Take them. I'm trying to say it's okay for for them to have cereal. I'm sorry. I know, don't come for me. It's okay for them to have cereal for dinner sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and not just try for that. Oh, it has to be the way you pictured it, right? And I think for me, if it is this, if that is how I see it, I know I'm not alone. You know, a lot of parents feel that way. You know, that need to make sure that everything is how you picture it to be. You have an idea what you want the kids to achieve. You keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself that you just fail to who yourself even in the picture. You're not in the picture. It's all about my kids, my kids. I used to remember when they asked me, "Oh, why are you doing this?" I'll be like, "For the kids." I'm like, "No, for me too." You know, like for me too, including me. Not just for the kids, but we get so abs- absorbed into this role of parenting, of caring, of loving, of protecting, of providing that we forget that we matter. And I think for me, yeah, we get so carried away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Abigail said is correct. You know, Hazel, coming from, okay, so being here, you know how it is. I don't know. I know that not everybody in the audience is from a different part of the world. You might have your parents, you know, you might have your siblings around, you might have an aunt around, you know, that might help 100%. But I came in here on my own, a young child, got married, had my kids. You know, I had to get my mom to, you know, fly over here, you know, to take care of help me take care of my kids for the first 6 months, you know, not knowing what I'm doing. You know, I wish you could stay longer. If we have community helps, you know. Community could just be a single friend, one friend. If you have a spouse that is very involved, even the better for you, you know. But even that spouse themselves they need a break also, you know. You need that break, you know, that clock out. I'm not saying that it makes you an irresponsible mom or it makes you an irresponsible person to say you need to also rest. It doesn't, you know. It's okay to start all over again. If I wake up at 2 o'clock and I don't know what the kids are going to eat because I'm the same way. I don't know if it's just me. That's the most stressful thing. What are my kids going to eat? Because my kids have to take food to school because they're very picky with food. So I'm thinking myself, what are they going to eat? You know what? They had pizza yesterday. They're going to have pizza again today. And they're going to be fine.
And it's okay.
It's okay. It's not to yourself that you're doing a good. Did they eat? Yes. I still remember then when my kid was, I think, 6 months. And I was saying, oh, all he wants, no, 9 months. And all he wants is this thing. And the doctor goes, what is it? And I told him, he said, that's it. He wants to actually eat that. Then give it to him. Because what he was trying to say in essence is he eating? Because you're telling me he's not eating anything. When you now told me he's eating 2 or 3 things, but I'm complaining that those are the only 2 or 3 things he's eating. Because it's like, well, that's carbohydrate, protein, and XYZ right there. So give it to it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But obviously, are the kids washed? Are the kids clothed? How can I take out time for myself? What can I do to, okay, do I want to improve myself? Do I want to go back to school? Is there an online course I want to take? In terms of rest, do I need an extra 2 or 3 hours? Okay, what can I do? I can actually just put the kids to bed earlier on instead of having them go to bed as late as possible. How about they go to bed earlier on? That way I can have rest for myself for at least a good 2-3 hours without having to scream on top of my voice. What can I do? I know sometimes it's hard to find time to organize some of those things. My kids are at age right now where I tell them, go get me stuff downstairs. I don't have to be the one to walk downstairs every time to go get it. If you can find it, find it. If you cannot, and then maybe two of them are arguing what show they want to watch. How can I get a bit of rest at that time? I'm actually just sleeping, but I'm hearing them screaming. But I'm telling myself, it's okay, as long as they're not breaking anything.
There's no blood. I see as long as there is no blood. Is there blood?
I can just hear them. They're having a beautiful sibling argument. I have siblings myself. I knew how I grew up. We're all fine. We're the closest people on earth because our parents also let us have those arguments. But
Yeah.
they had peace upstairs by staying upstairs, trying to work on themselves. Because in working on ourselves, we can also work on the kids. You know what I'm trying to say? If you don't have that peace of mind as much as possible, it's going to show. It's going to show in their appearance. It's going to show in their attitude when they get to school. It's going to show in their attitude when they're outside with friends. It's going to show in their attitude in everything. It's just the way life is. If you cannot be in a place of peace, it would transcend to everything else that you're doing. So you have to find that peace as much as possible. I know it's hard. Trust me. Even if it's in 3 hours or in 2 hours or in 30 minutes, you're able to just close the door and then find that peace. Remember sometimes when you're watching those Instagram reels where the mom is having the candy, but she shuts the pantry door so that the kids can be outside while she just has a bite.
Yes.
If you can find that, if you can find it. But it's okay to start again. It's okay to prioritize yourself. It is very okay to do so because your kids will see it. You might think it's selfish, but you can pour into your kids by having peace of mind. For me, is the peace of mind. If you can have peace of mind, it will show in everything. It will show in your outputs, in a lot of things. So I know it's hard. Why do the question was why do we think that most parents can't have time for themselves or prioritize themselves? It's not the most easiest thing to just say this is it, but because every parent is living in different situations, right? But if you can, that 3-4 minutes that you can, just give yourself time to breathe. If you know that it is by reading a book that would give you a peace of mind, read a book. If you think playing music, play music. I play music in the background sometimes when I know that the kids are starting to frustrate themselves, not me. I play music in the background just to be able to channel myself back, to be able to just read a book, watch a movie. If you think another thing that helps too, sometimes my kids like to watch movies and I'm like, maybe I'm not in the mood to watch a movie at that particular time. I put it on and I sit down with them. And maybe I open. They want me to be present, but sometimes I have to be on my phone because I'm a mom. I'm also an entrepreneur. I have to be working also. So I put it on, and I'm listening. I'm making sure that whatever they're listening to is the right thing. But at that time, all place is quiet. I can actually do one or two things at that time. Like literally multitasking, pretty much what you're doing. But can I just channel myself back to be able to say, you know what? It wasn't just only about them. And no, it's not selfish. It was also about me today. You want to be able to come back to saying it wasn't just about the kids only today.
You did something for you.
Yes, it was meaningful. And that thing you're doing is to bring in money into the house. That would help
to provide for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I just want to pop into, sorry, Valerie, just into the pot, just into the chat, just so that we're acknowledging some people.
Hold on, I want to say something. That is being a mother. Listen to the pot.
Yes. So some people said, they struggle most times because there is little to no support. And parenting is a struggle all on its own. We also lie. We lie for them just to, especially for the external people who are not inside, we'll cover up for them.
Yes.
And because we live with them and we don't want the outside world to have a perception of what's going on.
Yes.
So it's so true. Also, there's it's so easy to put ourselves last, is what somebody else said in the chat. It's you know what, it's funny? It's like automatically when you do the first pregnancy test and you discover that it's a positive, that's where you actually lose yourself.
Yes.
You've lost that moment. Something happened. Yes, you got removed from your own body, and
Yes,
and you no
I
longer
agree.
exist. You
I'm
Yes,
no
with you.
longer
out of body
exist.
That's true.
experience. You're looking at your life from out of your body. You're just watching.
Mhm.
It's not for you anymore. Yep, yep,
Right. And
yeah,
I want people to understand this is not a conversation where we're acknowledging the experience of parentinghood.
Mhm.
We enjoy being a parent. Like my son is 30 years old.
Yeah.
So like it's not to say that we need to have these conversations so that we could one strategize, also be proactive, and let's be real for other women who are thinking about having children in whatever
yeah.
capacity that looks like for them.
Mhm.
But we want to be able to have an
Mhm.
open dialogue and open
Very
conversation about
honest
the experience.
conversations.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
just an experience. It's not saying motherhood is bad, because it's
It's
not.
bad.
It's beautiful, and especially
Yeah.
when you can see a child from like birth or from young and them grow into adulthood, and you can sit back and look. Like that's where I'm at now. I can sit back and look at all the things that were a struggle. Let me tell you,
Absolutely.
the days when I wanted to pull up my hair, I'm actually seeing it in my son now. So where you think that you're pouring in the same consistent thing over and over and over again, you need to keep doing it. Don't give
Mm,
up. Keep
that
pouring
consistency.
into that child, because
Yes.
later on,
Yes.
though
Yes.
what you
Yes.
poured into
Yes.
them is going to be seen in their life
And
later
then,
on.
yeah, yeah, yep. I
So
agree.
yes, the journey is,
Yeah.
some of us have it easy, and just
And it's
because you have
guilt
it,
too. It's the guilt too. The
yes,
guilt. Oh
yes.
yeah, like I'm not doing enough. I'm not. You just feel guilty
Mhm.
too. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that eats away at people when
For me,
they
I
don't
would, I
even
would stop.
realize it. They think,
Yeah.
oh, I'm being selfish. I used to think. I told people some. I used to say before now, if I want
Yes.
to go take out time to go do my nails, do my
Mm-hmm.
lashes, feel good. I feel guilty. I feel like I'm
Mm-hmm.
so vain.
Mm-hmm.
Until one time I realized, no, this is me. This is my self-care. This is how I feel good. This is how I feel good about my. So when I look at the mirror and I'm seeing my
Mhm.
nails and my lashes done, I'm looking good, I feel good. Even if
Mm-hmm.
it's that gives me that feeling, I'm going for it again. I will keep
Yes.
going back. You know what I mean? Like this is this is not
Yeah.
vanity.
Yeah.
This is
Mm-hmm.
self-care
Mm-hmm.
for me. But
Mhm.
I can't believe that up until that
Yeah.
moment, it felt like,
Absolutely.
what are you doing? You're wasting money. You should be saving this money for XYZ. Why are you using this money to do this? You should.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no,
Mhm.
this is me. I matter.
Mhm.
Even if it's just the fake lashes, I'm going to go get the fake lashes as long as it makes me feel good. It's my, yeah, but it is these feelings that we
Yeah.
don't monitor. We
And
think, oh,
I know Abigail is talking about in terms of like your lashes, your hair. It could be anything. So whatever gives
anything.
you joy,
Mm-hmm.
do it. Do not always put yourself at the back. It's not going to help you. It's not going to make you happy. It's not selfish. I
It's
can
not selfish
guarantee
at
you, it
all.
is not
Yeah.
No.
selfish. When you are full, you can give. When you are full, you can give. And even when you're full, you are happy. There is that happiness. There is that yeah,
Yes.
you are happy. Your
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem is boosted just
Yes.
by doing that. If it's by doing your nails, like Abigail said, if it's by doing
Go
your
do it.
hair, your
Yeah.
Yes.
skin,
Go
whatever.
for
Go
a
do
If
it.
it's
facial.
just for you to walk outside to Winners or
Go
Walmart
walk
or
outside.
the thrift store and pick up
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
something that is not necessarily to your body, but maybe a phone case or a
Yeah.
vase or
And
something that, that
go
just
get it.
when you pass by every day, you're just smiling. That's fine. That
Mm-hmm.
gives you, yes, go get it.
Go get it. It's your joy.
If
Pour
you
it
can
Don't
into
afford
feel
you.
it,
guilty.
it doesn't even
Don't
have to be
feel
expensive.
guilty.
Don't
Yeah.
always
Don't
think
feel
about
guilty.
everything expense. Go
And I
for it.
think as we're
Don't put
talking
yourself,
about,
because once that child tells you that you're
mhm.
cute, yeah.
So I'm sorry. Some people, I just want to make
No, I
sure
was
we
saying that
acknowledge the
because
chat.
my son, my kids, they grow out of clothes in 10 seconds. All I think about is how I want to go to the store and buy them a new pair
And
of clothes,
get
but
them.
not myself.
Mhm. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
Yes,
in the
yeah.
chat, it says it's all the single things that make it a beautiful experience. She's referring to parentinghood. For
Yeah.
me, it's my nails. Feels so good when they're done. I know. I love. It's not a non-negotiable. It's a
I like that.
non-negotiable for me. But what I really want to
Yeah.
encourage women is it's okay to bring your kids to the nail shop. Like I remember doing that with my son. He didn't like it, but then when he got to a certain age, we were both going and he was getting his toes done because I need to teach him just because he's he's a male, it doesn't mean that he doesn't get to
He
pour in
doesn't get to do
himself.
self-care. Thank
Yes.
you.
So we
Yep.
have to also remember, yes, we want to do it for ourselves, but there are going to be points where your child gets older that you need to
Yep.
actually
And you
teach
take
them,
them.
and you need to model, not just saying mom's going to go do her nails. Okay, it's time for you. If you can afford it. I don't want to put any strain on anybody,
I know.
but
I know.
if you can afford it, maybe
Exactly.
it's and you
True.
consider that a date.
Yeah.
Like I remember I would take my son out for dates because those behaviors translates in how they show up in the world.
As an adult. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it's
see
important.
Joanne says the bathroom is my Joanne
True.
Monzak says the
True. I
bathroom
like
is my
that.
escape. You see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
The bathroom, it could be 10 minutes in the bathroom. Take it. When I come back from anywhere, I'm stuck in my car. I'm not stepping out. And my son will come back and knock on my window. Mom, are you okay? And you will see me say, I am very okay. This is my time. Leave me alone. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm very okay. It is those 10, 15 minutes of my time. That is
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
It could be in the bathroom. I am done using the bathroom, but I'm seated there. Don't bother me. I'm in the bathroom. Don't bother me. These are the things that before now you will feel like, oh, let me hurry back. No, the
Yes.
guilt, the lack of support. And I think another major challenge is the lack of support. That lack of support is why a lot of people feel like I don't have nobody to step in. So I have to be it. I have to be it. I have to be that anchor that holds everything. But if you have someone to step in, to support in any way, even to say, oh, drive the kids to school or pick the kids up from school. You know what I mean? You could be doing, you could be doing something for yourself, or, oh, someone have the kids for the weekend, or, or someone is bringing a box of pizza over for dinner. So you're not making dinner, just little things, or someone there to help you, organize your home and things like that. I think this support would also make it easier for parents to say, okay, you know what? I think I have time to go do this. And then also the feeling
yourself.
of being judged, like we said, you don't want to be judged to say, oh, are you struggling? I'm struggling. I'm struggling very well. I raise my hands. I'm not shy to say I'm struggling. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
think as parents, we tend to be
Speaking up.
superhuman.
You can speak
Yeah.
up.
We want to be superhumans. We want to show everybody that we got it all together. Like we are super strong. We can handle anything. No, I
No.
need support too. I don't care, And I think that lack of support and that scrutiny affect a lot of our foster, adoptive, and kinship family a lot, because that is where they start to feel like you cannot let it out that you're struggling, that you need support, because they will scrutinize you. Oh, I thought you said you're capable. Because
Yeah, because automatically, if you become a foster parent, it's you automatically get the title of super parent
yes,
because
yes.
you're supporting the vulnerable, right?
Thank
But that's
you.
not the case. That's not the
That's
case.
it.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of parents hold on to that. So even when they need support, they cannot ask for support. So they would just be there struggling and mashing it up together. No, if it were easy, every single person would do it. So if you are making space for that, you deserve support too. There is no superhuman. There is no superhuman anywhere. Being parents, I cannot tell even whether biological parent, adoptive, foster. As a parent, it is a tough job that you don't get paid for enough.
Yeah.
So there is no amount of support that is too many. You get the support, you get the support.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
So Nat in the comments said, I agree. There was a stigma attached to saying we are struggling, and that's what breaks is down, breaks it down, breaks us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's a
does.
stigma, yeah, because you
Yeah.
have to hold yourself, so be strong at all times. No, you don't have
Mhm.
to.
You don't have to.
Seriously.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
want to keep us moving.
Mhm,
I have
mhm,
another question to kind of close us out and
mhm,
help us to um, just make sure we acknowledge the emotional and mental wellness, that we make sure we focus on, like, we take the time to pour in and understand the importance of our own mental wellness and emotional wellness. So what do you think
mhm.
it would take? What would you, well, sorry, what is your, sorry, I'm going to re-ask this question. So what is your
That's quite good.
mental
Yeah.
wellness and emotional wellness talking, if it could talk, what would it be asking you right now? You want me to ask that question again?
Hmm. I
Share in the
think
chat as
Yes,
well.
please.
Huh? Valerie,
if my
sorry.
mental, is Valerie going or is who's talking? I thought, okay.
No, no, no. Abby,
It's
go ahead. Go ahead, please.
okay. If my mental wellness or emotional wellness could talk right now, I
Mhm.
think it would be asking me to slow down,
Mm,
breathe, and just stop carrying everything alone. I
mm,
try as I can to
mhm.
not, I still tell myself I don't carry everything alone, right?
Yeah.
You know, but still, you carry so much alone. So I think my mental and emotional wellness self will be
Mhm,
telling me, hey, ask for, will be asking me for rest,
mhm,
support, a little space to feel like I don't have to rush, I don't have to get everything done. And
mhm, mhm,
like sometimes
Mhm,
I would have a schedule of things I need to do during the week,
mhm.
but by Tuesday of the week, I'm done. That's because
Right.
I'm telling
mhm,
myself back to, oh, you have to get it. I'm done. But I actually had this scheduled for the entire week. I'm rushing through, right? It will be asking me to check in on myself,
Yes.
checking on myself. Yeah.
mhm,
Not just everyone else around me, not just the kids. I'm not in this life to be a mother alone. I'm in
Right.
this life to be myself. I'm in this life. I was brought into this world for so much more than being a mother. Being a
Mhm.
mother is a role that I'm playing. There is a lot
mhm,
to me aside being a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is so much more to me. So it would be asking, me to show up for myself too, not just show up
Mhm.
for everyone else. I deserve care. I deserve rest. I deserve love. I
Mhm.
deserve that 5 minutes. I don't care what I'm doing with the 5 minutes. It's my 5 minutes. You
Yes.
know, I deserve it. It would it would be telling me to ask for help sooner than
Mhm.
later, and to stop waiting until I'm drained. Don't wait until you're completely drained to
Mhm.
ask for help.
To ask for help.
And yeah, make more sleep, a good meal, just that
Mhm.
food you want to eat. I'm sure Valerie knows me. I'm the kind of person, I see a picture of a meal, I want to eat it. And I know my kids will not eat it, but I'm cooking it either way. I'm cooking it. Yeah, because I just need to satisfy my craving. This is me,
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm at that point now, and with your goal setting, and putting that focus back on me that I've learned
Mhm.
from you as Big Girls Interrupted, that has really like brought me into this space of I need to fill my cup so that I can pour into my kids.
Yeah.
There was a time I was sick earlier this year, and I could just imagine. It wasn't like I was sick for a few days. I could
Mhm.
see the impact on the kids in the home. And I
Mhm.
asked myself, just imagine if you don't take care of yourself and it becomes really bad. What happens?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, there is nothing you can do about it. So I think these are the things that my mental and emotional self will be telling me right now. Take a break, slow down. You matter too, like I matter. I
Yes.
deserve everything good and rest. Yep.
You. Awesome.
Yes.
Valerie.
Yes.
And then actually before we go into the chat, I
I was
just
going to
want to
add to,
acknowledge
yes.
people's some people said stop overthinking and just enjoy and enjoy the great moment. Um I'll tell
I
you
love
in a
that.
second. Mine was escape for a bit and then step back and breathe. So important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Just last night, I had this conversation. We have to fill our cups before we fill others.
Others.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So true.
Valerie, can you change up? You have
Yes.
like 1 minute.
Yes, I was just going to add a few things if you don't mind.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was
Yeah.
just going to say you're doing your best. I would tell
Hmm.
myself I'm doing my best. I would tell you you're doing your best. It's okay to start all over again. It's okay to
Hmm.
ask for help, like Abigail already said. It's okay. Your boundaries are also important. Set boundaries if
Hmm.
you have to. You are worthy and you are loved. You are capable.
Beautiful.
You are allowed to say no. Your
Hmm.
feelings are valid. I
Hmm.
was just writing a few things as Abigail was speaking. Says what do you, and some, as of right now, maybe you have something you want to achieve and it feels like an impossible goal. How can
Hmm.
I start right now? Mentally that would help you in the long run. How can I start right now? Even if it's going to take me 6 years to achieve it, you
Hmm.
can start it. If you want to go pick up a course that you need to do, a class, um, anything, if it's going to take you time, it's going to take you time in the real world, take the
Hmm.
steps, go and register for it. That would set your mental health at ease because you just like, what, this is the steps I needed to take to achieve this goal. I've
Hmm.
studied it. And some people were like, okay, come on, I started something 10 years ago and go back. It's in a limbo, quite all right. It's floating somewhere. You know what to do. How can I now improve myself? If I have to go back and take a course for it, go ahead and do
Hmm.
so. Improve yourself mentally. That way you can actually keep pouring back into yourself and your kids. Keep pouring
Yes.
in, keep taking in all the positives. All the no's are okay. If you have to keep saying no, like my kids sometimes ask me for the yes day. I don't know what that means. I tell them it's not possible for you
No,
to have a
yes,
yes
day.
day. I don't know
Mhm.
what it's okay to say no. Say no. Say
They're
no.
smart.
Think
You
about
see
it,
that? Yes,
you
day.
know.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to be smart. And then if you have a community that can help you, use it. Ask for help. Ask for
Hmm.
help. Oh, sweetheart, can you come and help me out? Stay with kids for 3 hours. I just want to go shopping. I just want to go. Even if it's that time you go to the mall or to go grocery shopping, is going to give you that 6 hours window or 2 hours window or window of 30 minutes. Take it. You have
Yes.
somebody who's going to watch your kids for 30 minutes. That neighbor that has always been smiling at you, that you trust,
Hmm.
that can take care of your kids, go ahead and use that window, that opportunity. Talk to your kids beforehand, obviously, to let them know this is what they're going to be getting.
Hmm.
And then you go, whatever minutes you can give yourself that minutes. If they're screaming and shouting downstairs, they're alive. That's
Yes.
fine. Just give yourself that window,
I
and
say, is there blood when I hear screaming? Is there blood? No, there's no blood. Okay, well, good then. Well,
good.
good then. Because hey, you can kill yourself. All
Yeah.
right, you can, yeah, you can only do so much. You can only do so much. And I think
Hmm.
what Valerie said, what I just wanted to add to that,
Hmm.
we focus so much on caregiving as parents that we lose us. The first question you asked was about identity. There are
Hmm.
so many things we aspire to become before we became parents, or
Hmm.
even while becoming parents, or even while we're parents, that we have put in the back burners. We don't think about it because, hey, I'm overwhelmed. I don't have time. No,
Hmm.
if there is something that you know you want to do, there is no later. In fact, you can start today. I saw an artwork that was done by a 40-year-old woman. She started art at 40. You should say the artwork. And it sold for
I
millions
love
of
that.
dollars. You
Hmm.
understand what I mean? Like she started at 40. So you're
Yeah.
not telling she's a mom.
Mhm.
Like so, and I know that we get so into this role that we forget that there are other things that make us. I'm not just a mom, like I said. I'm a human being. I have a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I have so many beautiful things about me that makes me me. So I need to focus on those parts of me too, right?
Yeah.
Not just the role as a mom. So you have to now realize there are so many things you've always wanted to do. Is it the school you want to be? You want to go to school? Go. You want to learn a trade? Learn it. It's about you. You know, you want to get married again for the single. Go get married again. You know what? You know what? Like, it's about you. Like, you're doing this amazing job of raising these wonderful, beautiful kids. Don't forget yourself. And I think that's it. Don't forget yourself.
Get lost.
Don't get lost in that. And just think, if you do for yourself, you're failing the kids. You're not failing nobody. In fact, you're failing yourself. At the end of the day. You fail yourself at the end of the day, and you don't want to fail yourself. You want to look back and tell yourself, I did this for my kids. I did this for myself. By doing this for my kids, I achieved this for myself. Because these kids are going to grow, and they're going to leave the house, and they will love you for every role, everything you did for them. But then it gets to a point where you're going to be by yourself with your spouse. You know what I mean? What are you going to hang on to? What will you hold on to as a dad? You know, you don't want to get to that point where you're telling yourself, where you don't want to be the one that's running after grandkids and looking for someone to regretting. No, you want to empower yourself too. So I think I just wanted to quickly add that, because you can achieve so much more. The brain is big. The brain is designed to achieve a whole lot. So don't limit it just by a role you're playing. I know it's a very big role, and I know God gave us the strength to carry it too, right? But hey, you can do so much more than just playing that role, you know? Yeah.
Amazing. And actually, that's actually a good segue into, we'll figure out the date for the next Unfiltered, but the next conversation with the three of us about like, what does it look like after? Or like, how do you start pouring into yourself, like some tangible things? Because we are, all three of us are entrepreneurs, right?
Yes.
We're not just, we have the way, that's one hat, but there's so many other hats that we could have unfiltered conversations about. So
that's a good one. I like that.
Someone said, mine is telling me to escape for a bit, step back and breathe. Yes, please do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Do it. Escape and come back.
Yes. Escape and come
back. The house is not going to burn down. Trust me.
And take a break.
And can I add something? Actually, this is actually a break for me right now. Like, listening to what Abigail has to share, listen to what Hazel has to share, listen to what the audience have to say. It's a break for me, because I mean, it's been quite, I haven't seen the kids in like a few seconds now, and I'm okay. But at the same time, I'm learning from, so see this right now, guys, everybody that is online right now, see this as a break. It's also a way of listening to what others have to say, and now going back to think about yourself, just like what Hazel is saying now. This is something that we piggyback on in terms of saying, what can we now do moving forward, right? So what can you do? Look at it that way. What can I do now moving forward? What can I do to achieve, no matter how small the goal is? Set something for a day. What you can do is start by, like for Hazel, she's helped me out a lot with, setting my goals and everything. Set something, one little goal for that week that you want to achieve. Maybe that will give you that satisfaction. And then next week, I want to do 2 goals. And then the following week, I want to do 3. But you would start by saying, what, I can achieve 1 goal for this week. And then if you can carry more, why not? But if you know that you're already, struggle, start with 1 and then see how you can progress, right? Yeah.
Awesome.
When you see women like Hazel, I just want to shine the spotlight on this beautiful women here right now. When you see women like Hazel and Valerie, you tell yourself that there is nothing to hold you back. Honestly, like I'm saying this because you realize that everything you do, there is someone who's doing more. Honestly, I'm telling you, you would think that, hey, I'm superwoman. I'm busy.
I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to add anything to that, because myself and Hazel are laughing because we're looking at this woman right here.
I know.
There's
someone doing more.
Right?
I'm pointing out how you can see founder CEO Big Girls Interrupted. She wears a lot of hats, and I don't know how she does it. I tell her all the time, I don't know how you do it. So when I'm trying to tell myself I want to do something, and I'll be like, oh, how can I add that to this? Then something says, something just gives me that tap. Do you know how many things Hazel does? And I go, yeah, right. Because you inspire me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
You
thank
meet
you.
people that inspire you to say you can achieve a lot. Like you can achieve a lot. And just a quick one, the kids are watching. They watch. The kids watch you. They want to see. So if you're taking, I my kids have never seen me cry.
Okay.
And I think that's from that stereotype, or I don't even know, that thing, that ideology of I'm a superwoman, I'm too strong to cry for my kids to see. You know what I
No,
mean?
they need to see you cry.
Thank you. And I think one day it got to the point that I came back from work, the house was disorganized. Before I would say Jack Robinson, I was just bawling. I was bawling. I couldn't even talk. And then they were bawling. We were all bawling. So they watch. They see your tensed up. You're holding it all in. They watch. And when your kids, like you said, take them out. When you're going for your self-care, teach them these self-care routines. Teach them they need to rest too. They are watching to see. Now my little girl, my little baby in the house, the baby of the house, drew a picture of me for Mother's Day. And do you know what she wrote in there? For Mom loves to rest watching TV. I said, good job. You got that right. You got that right. They're watching. They're seeing you. They see. So, and I think we need to take note of that too. They're watching. They want to see, and they're sponges. They absorb what they see. And that's what they practice. So if you teach them that it's okay to rest, to rest and take care of themselves, their mental health, their emotional health, I think that will also carry over to how they become adults and live their lives.
100%. Awesome. Thank you. We love you too. Thanks, Nat.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you to Valerie and Abigail for joining us. And stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, comment below, share your thoughts. If you have any questions, and we will share the next date where we have these unfiltered conversations. I know it wasn't planned, but ladies, we're going to do this conversation.
We're doing it.
Yes.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Thank you so much.
Have a beautiful Saturday. Don't forget to
have a good weekend.
And have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. We really love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for joining, and we enjoyed all the comments and the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, we did. Thank you.